Well, the draft here for Breon couldn't be more basic, right? It's a very standard Varus Karma lane with Azir trying to get early control. You have a lot of really great team fighting around first, second Drake, first Herald, second Herald, honestly, too, depending on how the first fights go if you don't fall too far behind. But Sivir is going to spike early with Kraken Slayer, and the Ashe Sejuani combo we've talked about, I mean, so much it makes my head spin. It's part of why this champ is strong, as Owner is seen.
Looking for the slow with the boomerang, but Owner's pretty far away. Looks like he was not quite in flash range, but there's the wallop, and Morgan not going to flash away from it. He will flash afterwards and just barely get out of there, as Owner was pretty close to setting that one up. Not quite close enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'll hold that thought.
Faker really doesn't want to flash here, and he will have to, actually, as the soldier dives forward. He will flash away.
That is a pretty quick completion there.
Yeah. In what world can Faker without flash run straight at Karus, who has flash and ult, when Faker doesn't have his? It's kind of interesting, as now they're trying to get on top of Umpty, who does not have his clone, does not have level 6, and does not have his flash anymore. They're going to give first blood over to Owner. Not probably the first choice, but still, he was the one who set it up.
It happens to the best of us. Level 6, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Sejuani?
Ashe and Sejuani? Oh, maybe he's Karus rather has something else to say about that. Sweeps in 2 of them and says thank you very much for the free kills. Now Karia's caught out. He's definitely going to go down. That arrow unfortunately misses, but I mean, who cares, bro? Get 3 kills.
Fans going wild here in the arena, and
look. The ones that look good because you know the power of the combo, but maybe not. That arrow does sail wide. That was actually pretty close. And T1 were able to finally use that Rift Herald and pick up some big plates in mid lane. So they're holding on to some of their power in the middle of the map, as Morgan is still struggling.
And yeah, Gordring are not going to be too useful in this type of situation where no one's in melee range of you, as they're actually going to potentially set up a dive here onto a Renekton. They have an Ashe arrow in tow here for Keria.
Oh, there it is, and now it's just easy follow-up. You would think they would use like the point-and-click or the at least close-range ones first, but no, they believed in Keria.
Ener right now.
Yeah.
Zeus is a man possessed after that last series.
And this is just straight up, like, yes, now Morgan has been ganked, but before this, it was still just as oppressive in the 1v1. It's so difficult for Morgan to play this, as taking a lot of turret shots. Owner was definitely thinking about it, and Guma has just been the brunt of all of the action on the other side of the map as he's trying to get the kill here on the Guma. Umpty will eventually be able to do that.
Is gained here on the map. It's hard to quantify what Breon really is getting because, I mean, this was just, yeah. I mean, we kind of said everything about it before. This moment down here, Guma knows this is coming, sticks around for a pretty long time to get that last cannon made, is greeting for it, and will get picked, but it's a Wukong picking up a kill here. Didn't go to the Varus. And a lot of the map control here.
At least Bro do have some outs in this game, but T1 still controlling the map. As here we go. Faker a little bit low on mana. Umpty here as well. 1v2 as Faker is just trying to run away and buy as much time as possible. As there is another Q from Faker, but eventually Karus will take him down.
Now, can we see a cross map here onto Henna? That's what they're trying to set up. Herald over the wall. They can actually try to collapse onto Morgan here now on the bottom side of the map to force this into a split fight. Look at
Uh-oh, Keria. He's all alone. He's got a barrier. He has to ult and flash just to get out of there, as Umpty does go pretty deep. Takes a beating there from Faker, as now Zeus just walks up to them and Mininar. He's going to have to flash away. Umpty taking a massive amount of damage, though, as even the Chemtech Drake is getting in there.
You get Guma's damage here. It's massive, and this is going to be a back. And yes, Keria overstepped a little bit here, but his teammates were so close by. Sivir is pushing mid during this, and Breon eventually just have to pull the trigger. They can't wait any longer because Morgan can get collapsed on, right? He's under what's left of that bottom turret.
As the side lane is still kind of unsolved here for Bro, especially now that Zeus is even more fed. 1-0 and 1 did go for the new improved Grievous wounds on this Chain Pug Chem Sword. Zeus is in a little bit of trouble, but he has Meganar on the way. Can they burst him down? Yes, they can, as the teleport comes in. Faker's on top of 2 people. He has to flash. as Bro will very much accept that gift.
Well, Rion, once again, get control of top and the Baron itself, but because of this Gnar on the side and Morgan being under inner, they can't start it up. T1, very little vision.
They're going to start it up, but Owner is really tanky, so he can face check everything and get them positioned early. Let's see if they can actually threaten this, though. Umti is taking a lot of damage. There's the arrow into Karis. Look at the laser as Karis is just being burst down, and Owner gets in there and steals it away. Very much a flip. And T1 will get away with murder and some more as the Gnar ult doesn't hit too much, but still going to get a lot of value at the end of the day. Karis also might be going down here if Keria has anything to say about it. No, he'll live. But Umti, maybe not so good for him, as this should be 4 kills and the Baron to the side of T1.
Pretty sure he just changed his Anathema's chains to Umti as well right in that moment because it went on cooldown. He's like, yep, there's just no way you can kill me. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. And that may just be the back-breaking moment here, honestly. There's a lot of gold picked up for Faker. He's going to have a death cap soon.
Yeah, going for this build we see very often, except this time with Luden instead of Leandries. Morgan, once again, he still has flash, actually, as he just hit a couple of those scryers. Good. Faker spots the guy behind. Yeah. Umti seen. And they have some really nice range as well, as oh no, Var is so close to his cleanse. Poor Henna didn't have flash, might not have mattered, but yeah, looks like T1 is going to put them out of their misery here in game number 1. 30 minutes in, and Zeus has, well, he had a nice shield, and now he's gone. So T1, they lose their Gnar, as the two junglers are going head-to-head. Morgan and Karis together are relatively threatening, so in fact, they're just going to go away. Owner was just 1v1ing the Wukong, and he's just going to die as they take down the third inhibitor. Yeah, take a look at where Keria is just throwing out the hawk shot. He's going to find Umti.
He has flash.
He's just going to throw out an arrow. He's like, guys, I'm just going to throw this in. I might die. This Umti's flank might come through here. They are still pushing into an Azir, so this isn't just free by any means, as Henna's trying to 1v1 Zeus here. Decent amount of damage, but Faker just says goodbye to the Karma, as he did flash forward for that one. Doesn't seem to care, but now he's going to get swept up as Karis is pretty low, and he's got a Sivir on top of him, so that should do it. T1 now will be able to push in and end the game.
Very clean stuff here until the end, where it was...
until it wasn't.
There were some rocky moments, but I think we could just forgive because the game was essentially over on that Baron call where Brion decided to go...
Boomed the Karma after they were very far ahead, so yeah, I wouldn't vote for them.
I don't think I...
Yep. But...
Yeah, I don't think I could, in good conscience, vote for Faker this game, although it's the second win on Victor.
It's probably Zeus or Keria. I guess maybe Owner. Owner had some good plays in the 1v1 jungle match. Kind of taken away. Umti's nodding his head.
We have seen a lot of teams trying to break up Lucian Nami just falling flat, though. We have really seen this. It's going to be Sona. Okay.
Wait, who's this champion? Never seen her before. Not meant to be this game.
Nami. Lucian, Zeri, Nami, Sona.
Yeah, they were listening to my thing, and I guess they got the names mixed up.
All right, well,
Yumi doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, so good times, I suppose. Or bad times, I guess, depending on who you're asking. Peter not having a fun time in that game. But naturally, the Zeri is going to get the level 2 first. Nefert just standing up to that. Now they're going to get level 2. Ignite comes down on Naguma. Remember, he saved that. Henna did the flash forward, and one more auto will do it. And Guma Yusi is going to go down, and Keria might be next since he will have to flash away to survive.
Umti who got it, right? And
yeah.
Lost it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
making sure I get my facts straight, as I got a little bit caught up in the flash there. But, yeah, okay. Nice body.
On the top side, here is Umti looking for Zeus, who does have a very nice angle, though, and he's quite tanky on the Gragas, and now the Vi is here, but they don't want to fight it anymore, as Zeus now just going to flash away, and Owner's like, well, at least I'm here to support.
I'm going to try to set up potentially for a surprise brush. I wonder if he saw that. He probably did, right?
I don't think so. It was just the pet from the jungle that oftentimes shows on the spectator client, but yeah.
Of the Wukong, so.
Because they have a really good read. Yeah. Wukong is on the top side of the map right now.
Yeah, they're going to set up for this dive here.
Uh-oh. Henna just dashing forward, so this is going to be their opportunity. As Owner dashing further, culling is huge on Ikaria, but now Henna goes way too deep, not noticing the Vi behind him, and they will hand that kill over to Gumayusi.
Either he didn't notice, or by the time that the vision was there, he was like, well, I'm dead no matter what. I'm going to see if I can get this kill first, but he's unsuccessful.
This is, yep, going to be the Wukong flashing on top of the Nami. There is the Sona ult as well, straight Naguma, who did have flash, but was not able to react on time or decided to save it.
A matchup that if you mishandle, obviously the Jax can very well get the better of you, but it's just so safe, it's so hard, because you can just body boop every time he tries to counter-strike. Now this time he does get it, though.
Yeah, a little bit of an issue for Zeus. He's just going to walk it out, though. Doesn't ult, doesn't flash. There are only 4 possibilities, right? I think absolutely it's not Hextech. Anything else I could probably...
Umpty!
Oh, here's
Where
Umpty.
Are you from?
Where did he come from? Where did he go? Well, he's actually going into the death chamber as the bubble is huge. Keria just going to put an end to that as Guma says he wants another piece. And he's going to be regretting that. Faker is coming down here, but uncertain about whether or not to go. He will decide against it.
I think that's why Guma went in, because Faker's calling, I'm coming down, I've got ult, I've got flash. Zeus, can he boop him?
Finish on that.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he... I don't want to assume, but I thought he had it. Anyways.
You're on Vision. Owner in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get stunned up as well as double Cyclone, and Umpty will flash in and secure that kill. Immediately, that's going to be pinged. He's like, well, there's a ward there.
Yep. And that's going to be the turret going down here, so even though Jax didn't get a bunch of damage done on that top turret, which whether he had his Sunder or not, with that much of a commitment, definitely could have gotten some damage done. Get this one bottom side.
Oh boy, Faker's just doing insane damage. The tidal wave into double bubble as... Oh man, I guess they just didn't have any flashes, or they just selected not to. They all get hit by everything.
We're pushing for a charge. We are pushing for a charge. So much damage from Faker. And then double bubble after tidal wave. Faker gets the scoop, which is wholly unnecessary, but it was definitely cool.
야, 나 너무 잘했고.
Oh, I did so well. I'm so good.
너무 잘했다 방금.
I didn't hear what they said at the end there.
He's a big fan of denying healing, I guess. He will do that. Okay, we're going to get on top of Henna here as he will be swept up and down he goes. So that's going to be the end of him. Effort also just going to die. By the way, guys, this is 20 minutes into the game, and they're diving nearly the inhibitor turret. And they're not even that far ahead. Nope, did it.
I mean, their comp allows for this type of play. Faker ulting for this, and now they have control over the Baron pit. No AD carry here. And the Baron's head's the most delicious part.
Yeah, there is a saying amongst LCK fans that the Baron's head is the most delicious part of the Baron.
Here we go. Oh, max
boy.
range.
Well, in goes Umpty, in goes Morgan as well, because they have to, as this is a 3v5. Faker is pretty low, and he will get traded back. Car's going to miss the Shuriken, unfortunately, but...
Wait, hold on.
Hold the phone.
Karis.
They stopped the Baron with that.
Yeah, but it feels like it's higher when you consider where this area is at right now.
And Owner just has no chill in this game. I mean, he's going to knock up Henna here, and we do have the tidal wave, but he's alone. I mean, he is so deep in here to make this happen. I think they wanted to pick Seraphine. This is a lot of poke, though, as a massive cask is just going to separate everybody. As here we go, the Sorelia's there in it. And looking for the kills, although Umpty is pretty far alone on the right side. He will back up and look for Keria now as Faker just on the run. But look at Karis, he is chasing them down.
They learned about this. They turned. They learned and they turned. And now Zeus here.
Any turn learners? Are they just going to let this one go?
TP for Zeus. I mean, he can get in there very quickly.
They should know that this should be the call from the side of Breon. The question is, can T1 get in position on time? As here comes everybody on both teams. The engage here on Zeus. Again, he's not that tanky. Big boop, though, and a huge cast gets everybody away. And that opens up Faker to get in there deep, and Guma is untouched on the left side of this fight as well. They're able to just zoom through the entirety of this bro composition. Karis, the only one to survive on the left side, and that is just going to be T1 collapsing and taking the Baron.
And this is why there was so much hesitation for Breon to try to start that Baron up. It's because you're just going to get obliterated if you actually can't do it quickly enough, and spoilers, they couldn't.
Karis, he may have overstayed his welcome, as now he's got to go into a stopwatch. Not even Azonia's at this point. Faker going in, he's got Guma with him. They're just diving everything. There is a little bit. The question is, do T1 really care about it? Karis is looking for it. There is the Sona ult. They burst down Faker. That's going to be good enough, I think, as Karis now is in the back line. They're trying to turn this one. Nope, Guma did not die. Forgot about him. He's just going to get a Quadra and will be looking for the Penta on the Zeri of all champions.
Deus knock him out.
Oh, Morgan. Oh, Morgan! You darling, you.
Giga Chad Morgan. Giga Chad Morgan.
Hands it over. And Guma will pick up the Penta. Congratulations to Guma. And big thanks to Morgan for letting it happen. T1 gonna pick up the 2-0.
Thank you very much, guys. This is season for the PUG interview, and we are here joined by owner Carrier, the PUG leaders, after a huge win up against Bro. Congratulations, you guys are the first team to pick up 6th win this season. Yeah, we got 6 wins already, but we didn't really get many like 2-0 wins so far, so I'm so happy for this clean win score and also about this POG. This was the first game, or first match rather, after the recent patch, so we always thought Bro is really fast with the meta read, so I'm so relieved that we were able to beat Bro. Owner, another Sejuani duty on you, but still you were able to get another PUG on Sejuani, so a lot of people are now saying, Owner, he has to play Sejuani forever. What do you think about that? Totally not true. Well, Sejuani or champions like Sejuani is not my type. I'm just like praying for the meta to change ASAP. But still, Sejuani is a really good champion to set up for plays together with the support. So, what kind of communication did you guys have as a jungle support duo? Nothing much. We didn't really talk much about our game plan. But whenever we saw the angle, like we were making calls like you should come here, and then we were able to make plays. In Carrier, game 1, Ash was just, finding everyone with that arrow, and everyone is just saying ban Ash, but nobody is still banning Ash. So are you happy that Ash is having a great time? Like when I was preparing for MSI last year, I tried Ash in scrims in solo queue, but I've never actually tried it on the LCK. So I cannot really call myself as the pioneer of Ash, because I thought Kwangdong was the one that actually played it on stage. So, but still, it's great that Ash is doing a great job. Owner, how was playing up against Umti today? Well, I mean, he was doing a great job as usual. Early on, I was overextended a little bit, but other than that, I think my performance was also on point. Game number 1. Well, T1 was behind in kills, but you stole the Baron and T1 was able to turn the table. So let's take a look at this replay together. We took a closer look, and then when the Baron HP was down to 32, you were able to smite that away. I mean, since last year, I always kind of predict when it comes to objective stills, but today, I just saw the number 32, so I was reacting to it immediately. This time I can call it was my reaction. Usually I just predict. In Carrier, today Gumayusi played Sivir and also Zeri, and he both actually built for Navoris. So with this updates on the items, Guma, me, our analysts, our coaching staff, we were having a lot of discussion regarding the itemization. And then we kind of realized, Navori is pretty good right now. In Carrier, in game 2, we had Sona from Bro. Did you see that coming? Yeah, I mean, also that our analysts mentioned it already, Sona is viable, but still, we didn't really think that it's gonna happen, so we were quite surprised. What do you feel about Sona support right now? It was tricky to deal with, actually. Can we see some Carrier Sona in the future? I mean, I might. It's always viable. In Carrier, this spring, it was just Nami season. And then None of the support players actually won a POG on Nami. You are the first one to win POG with Nami. And Keria, you said in the previous interview you shouldn't play Yumi, Lulu, Nami in order to win POG, but you actually just won POG on Nami. I mean, it was like it's something impossible to happen, and there were better Nami players than me who still couldn't win any POG, so I felt so bad for them. I think I just got so lucky today. And at the end of game 3, Gumayushi got his pentakill, but you were trying to steal that away. Faker was like, steal it, so tell us what happened. I don't really exactly remember, but Faker got his penta stolen once, maybe that's why, I don't know. But I was looking for the steal as well, but he got so lucky, he got the penta, so I was so bummed. There's no way he got that penta. And Keria, today is her LCK debut 3rd year anniversary. So Keria, your mother actually came to support you here at Lowell Park. She prepared so many presents and snacks for the fans and the LCK crew. Tell us about it. I mean, like, I always think that I do not deserve this much of a love and support from my fans. So I really wanted to, repay all the love that I got from my fans. So I wanted to, prepare some events or gift for my fans. I just want to say thank you. I love you all. Owner, any words for Keria? Congrats. So lastly, before we go, anything you want to say? Oh, this will be the end of the interview from Owner Keria, and back to the space. Thank you.